Thank you for taking the time today and for your interest in Hiregrid. My name is Adam Hunt, and I'm going to serve as your host in this brief introduction to our services. Hiregrid, if you don't know, is a technology company born out of the Google Tech Hub in Durham, North Carolina. It took about a year to develop and get these solutions to the marketplace. The overall goal of Hiregrid is to combine powerful technology with innovative marketing to help organizations to attract higher quality talent. Our value proposition in the marketplace is pretty straightforward. We're here to empower recruiters and to help them get better applicants. Now, we do this in two ways. The first is by creating a better candidate experience on the front end of the apply process, regardless of whatever applicant tracking system somebody is using. And the second is by placing recruiters and their managers in a position where they have real-time accurate analytics. Basically, we're going to put at their fingertips, they're going to know everything that's happening in their world in real time. Now, that's our value proposition, but we believe that this all stems from a major problem. So let's talk about the problem. The genesis of the problem in the marketplace today is that most applicant tracking systems are antiquated and they're out of touch with the needs of today's candidates. So there's a gap. If you really want to simply put it, there's a gap between applicant tracking systems and candidates. Candidates, they really dislike these long apply processes that most applicant tracking systems require. And candidates get very frustrated at the lack of mobility. So candidates want to apply through mobile devices and they have a lot of difficulty doing it. And the funny thing is that when these job requisitions get put out by the applicant tracking systems, that's the first touch point that a candidate has with that organization. They feel no emotional attachment to these jobs, and then that translates into how they are going to be as an employee. Now, the gap between today's technology and the candidates causes a couple things to happen. Recruiters just end up working harder, and candidates end up beating up these companies and the recruiters on social media. They get a bad rap. Recruitment departments end up spending money unnecessarily because they have difficulty figuring out what's working for them and what's not. And in the end, companies tend to spend more to achieve less. So our market research backs up this claim. Three interesting things. Number one, 70% of active candidates want to apply via a mobile device, and that comes from Kelton Research. Number two, 75% of most job seekers consider an employer's brand before they ever even apply to the job. And this next thing that I'm going to show you is probably the most interesting, and it comes from LinkedIn. And basically what LinkedIn says is, in one of their studies, it says that, look, if an employer will really work on their brand and make sure that they showcase themselves in the right light, they'll see four things happen. They will see about a 28% reduction in employee turnover, because again, that's the first experience that the employee has with the organization. They'll see 50% lower cost per hire. They'll see faster times to hire, 1 to 2 times faster. And they'll see 50% more qualified applicants. So that's the research that backs up this problem between the applicant tracking system and today's candidates. Here's our solution, and it's pretty straightforward. Our technology does two things. So we take boring old job descriptions that look like the image on the right, and we turn them into beautiful landing pages that simplifies the apply process. In most cases, it's 6 clicks. The other thing that our technology does is it hard codes everything so that recruiters and managers know exactly what's happening with their jobs, with the candidates, and most importantly, with their advertising dollars. That's what the solution does, just 2 things. Let's transition now, and I'll show you what it looks like in real time.